Over your jet lag. Ardie, recovered okay?
Yeah. Um, Trying to get some good sleep. Takes a few days, but getting there. Getting there.
Jay spoke yesterday about really kind of upping the ante. No, just a warm-up game. Is that kind of how you take it as well? The importance of setting another benchmark on Friday night.
Yeah, 100%. We've talked about there's no such word as warm-up for us. Every time we put on that black jersey, every time we run out, we're trying to do the jersey proud, and I guess do the legacy proud. So that's kind of out of our vocabulary at the moment. We want to go out there firing and banging.
Is it a great challenge for you to have at this time, given the test after it is your World Cup opener?
Yeah, I mean, for me, mate, every test is hard, and that's just the internal kind of gut. I feel that I put upon myself in the standard that every game is hard and tough, and you mentally prepare for that. So I think playing this game against Africa, leading up to what's next, is important.
Are you taken by surprise to hear of Steve Hansen joining the Wallabies camp?
Oh, Matty just told me just then, hey, everyone's got to do what they've got to do, and good on him.
Sia Khaleesi's been named to captain the Boks. He came back on the weekend. What kind of boost is that for the Springboks?
Yeah, I mean, he's an inspirational leader. He's a good friend, and to see him come back after his injury at such a fast rate, it's a miracle pretty much. And it's awesome that he's there, and I know he plays a massive part in their culture and lifting the boys. So it's good for Sia.
As a friend, what kind of boost does he bring to that Springboks team?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great boost. We're good friends off the field, but when we're on it, we're probably trying to rip each other's heads apart. So he knows that too. We laugh about it, but it'll be good. Good battle.
Sorry. Just obviously the World Cup's on the horizon in a couple of weeks, and the last thing you want to do is miss that through injury or suspension. But from a player's perspective, if you had a choice of resting this weekend or playing, is it pretty simple?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. That's not even in our thought process. We understand, what's been going on with, the cards. So we're trying our best to be able to practice good technique and make sure that we don't put ourselves in that position. But it's footy, sometimes you get it wrong. So hopefully this weekend we can go out there and, nothing comes of it.
Every test match is tough, but when you play South Africa, what's the mentality when you know that you might wear them down physically for a while, but then they bring on another 6 forwards and come back at you again for another half hour? What sort of psychological challenge does that present for you?
Yeah, they're big men and they're physical, and they'll be looking at that last test around the first 20, and they'll want to come out firing and nullify us. And the way we started with Aussie, if we give that to South Africa, we're going to have a long day at the office. So, they pose a massive threat around their physicality, their threats around the breakdown. So we just got to, nail our structures, our game plan, and be ready and staying ready for things that go our way.
Ardie, how are things feeling as opposed to this time 4 years ago, just on the eve of the World Cup?
Yeah, oh, man, I got a bad memory. 4 years ago, I was 25, and
Bad memory?
Yeah, I guess it's different personally for me. Being younger, you kind of come in and you just try and fill in your role and fill in your job. We're now a bit more senior, you understand the importance. And, there's a few guys in this team that's their last one, so it really means a lot. Not saying that 219 didn't mean a lot, but it just hits different when, kind of fulfilled this jersey for a longer period of time and you want to do it and rectify, last World Cup and do a good job this year.
And just on Springboks, this Friday you've obviously had a go at them earlier this year. That first 20 minutes of that test certainly kind of felt like the best this team's played, at least this season anyway. What do you take out of that game, if anything?
Doing the simple things well, carrying well, breakdown, set piece. We did that really well in the 20 minutes, and I think in that second half, we let them back in around the breakdown stuff. So for us, this game, it's pretty much focusing on our skill set around those areas and making sure we really nail that.
Ardie, just going back to your bad memory there, quite helpful now to have that pain ahead of a World Cup.
Yeah. That's all I can say. Yeah, it's good. Stored.
Just on South Africa, they have a tradition of naming their team early in the week. Do you guys look at that team and sort of go, "Oh, he's playing"? Does it help you guys at all?
Yeah, yeah, it does. You got to do your analysis and identify, who's playing and the roles they play, and that's part of, the analysis that we do before we play and sets us up for the week. So, yeah, it's important.
Talked about the cards and possible suspensions. Is that like tackle technique, avoiding like shoulder to head contact? Is that something that you guys as players are constantly working on to ensure you get right? And I know, at a fast-paced game it might be a bit difficult, but is that actual tackle technique something that you're continuing to refine and ensure you're perfect?
Yep, we're trying to avoid anything of those cards, and that's I guess Stormy. We're trying to practice the technique and trying to not give any reason for getting carded. So it is hard in the game. It happens so fast. So we just got to try and make that as a habit, and hopefully it doesn't happen in the weekend.
Cool.
Thanks, team.
Cheers, guys.